So the first thing you have to know is that the serger has 4 threads. 2 are for the upper and lower looper, and then the other 2 threads are for the 2 needles. So these 2 are for the lower and upper looper, then these are for the 2 needles, and then we have these 4 tensions. So you have to make sure the numbers are the same. If it's 4 on tension, all of them have to be on 4, and on these tensions, that's where each thread is going to pass. All the 4 threads will pass on these, between these tension discs, similarly to the way we thread our sewing machine. So each thread is going to have its own tension discs, and then the 2 threads, these 2 threads that are going to go in the lower and upper looper, first they'll pass on their tension discs, then they'll come into this. Let me just open for you where we put the lower, where the lower and upper looper is. So I'm just going to open this for you. So make sure you watch this video up to the end so that you can learn more. So I've just opened this part, and as you can see, there are 2 color guides. There's a brown color guide and a green color guide for the lower looper and for the upper looper. So we're going to start with this one here. It will pass in the tension, then it will come on this brown guide. Then from this first brown guide, not on the green one, on the brown guide, it will go to the next brown guide, as you can see. So the thread is going to pass from the tensions discs, then to the first brown guide, then to the second brown guide, and to the third brown guide. This is the third brown guide. Then from the third brown guide, it's going to go into the 2 cores. There are 2 cores, those round cores there. Then from there, it's going to go into the blades. So this is the first core, and then there's another second one hiding this side. So it has to pass in both of them, then finally into the blade. So there are 2 blades. One is for the lower looper thread, and the other one is for the upper looper thread. So after we're done with the brown one, we'll go to the green guide to pass into the first green guide, second green guide, third green guide, then finally into the blade. So this one won't pass into the cores, only into the blade. So as you can see, there are 2 blades moving there. So after threading these 2 lower looper and upper looper threads, we're now going to move to the needle threads. So these 2 are for the needle threads. First, they'll pass on their tensions. Then there are 2 color guides, yellow and red. So the first one will go onto the yellow, first, second yellow, third yellow guides, and 4th yellow guides, then finally into the needles. So there are 2 needles for the serger. Then the other one will go into the tension discs, red guide, first red guide, then finally it will go on the second red guide, the third red guide, then finally you put it into the needle. Thank you so much for watching, guys.